You are now tuned into Two Drunk Sistas podcast, unscripted and uncensored. Grab yourselves a drink and enjoy.
Hey y'all!
Hey, welcome to
Two Drunk Sistas podcast.
I'm D.
And I'm W.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode. Hope you had a good week.
Yeah, I know y'all missed us. Okay, so y'all, we sipping on some apple. Okay, I always fuck this shit up. Royal Crown Royal. It's Crown Royal. Y'all ever had that? I ain't had the peach one, and I don't know if I'm gonna want to try the peach one. But anyway, it's a cocktail that I zhuzhed up.
Per usual.
Anyway.
All right, so we're here to talk about because all the movies, scary movies that's going on right now, it's giving me not interesting.
It's giving me poorly directed and poorly written. Anyway, no shade though.
But here's the shade.
But here's the shade. Poorly written and poorly directed. Anyway.
So we went back into the vault, okay? We went back into the vault to see a movie that we didn't remember how the fuck it went. And we had to rewatch and be like, oh, bitch, we need to talk about this motherfucker because we in it right now.
It sort of kind of feels, it's giving me
right now
vibes. Or it's looking to the future
It's giving me Contagion 2.0.
Yes.
Yes, that's what it's giving
That's
me.
what it's giving me.
So we're talking about World War Z, which Brad Pitt is in it.
Yeah.
And the director is... Give me a minute. The director is Mark Forster, and I believe he did... what's the movie? Quantum of Solace. He directed that.
Okay.
And he did another movie... Let me see.
Apparently, there's a sequel to World War Z.
He did Monsters Ball. There is a sequel.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe we'll do that one.
Next.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a sequel?
That's what it says. World War Z 2.
Oh.
So,
we'll
yeah.
have to look at
Maybe
that.
doing
that. You know what I'm saying?
Are you stupid?
So World War Z is about a former UN investigator, Jerry Lane, which is played by Brad Pitt, and his family gets stuck in urban gridlock. He senses that it's no ordinary traffic jam. His suspicions are confirmed when suddenly the city erupts into chaos. A lethal virus spread through a single bite. Does that mean something to you guys? Is turning healthy people into something vicious, unthinking, and feral as the pandemic threatens to consume threatens to consume humanity. Jerry leads a worldwide search to find the World Wide Web. No, I'm kidding. Jerry leads a worldwide search to find the source of the infection and, with luck, a way to halt its spread. First of all, I want to say, W, thanks for making this cocktail because I'm feeling good.
Sure.
All right, so it starts off. Oh, cheers to you guys. Okay, so it starts off with you're living your normal day lives pre-pandemic.
Pancakes, pancakes and syrup. You know what I'm saying? Breakfast at the table.
Right. You get your family and kids, and it's just another day. And so, of course, Brad Pitt's character Jerry, he's watching the news. We don't know at this point what his profession is,
right?
But obviously, it's something that he's interested in because he's
watching it as he's making pancakes
for his kids, right?
Yeah.
And so they're on their way. He's probably taking the kids to school and then probably dropping off the wife to work.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, all hell breaks loose. They're in traffic, and then he sees people running, and then the giants come. No, I'm just kidding. He sees people running. He sees
Nephilims make an entrance. Okay, never mind.
Sure. He sees people running and somebody crashing into his car. He's checking that things out, and then everything just went 0 to 100 quick.
Yes.
Like just chaos breaking out. So they're running. He's trying to save their lives. So in the midst of everything going on, he's looking to see like what's happening. Like he's like being observant at the same time he's trying to get his family to safety, right?
Yes. Yeah. And you know what's so funny, guys? So this movie came out in 2013. So in 2022, obviously, the pandemic started in 2020.
It did 2020 or 2020. Yeah,
2020 is when like it kind of went to shits.
For all those people like 2020 vision. This is the year 2020 vision.
Sorry, no. But Brad Pitt's character, you could see. I can't explain it, but this time it feels different. Obviously, because we've been in the pandemic, going through still a pandemic.
Listen, guys,
it's still a pandemic.
Listen,
a pandemic.
Even though you have the vaccine, you still have to mask up because we still have the pandemic out there. We're still spreading this virus. Okay?
Yeah, yeah. And so when you're watching this movie, and if you've watched it in 2013 when it came out, you obviously have a different view. And Brad Pitt's character, when you look at him, for me, I'm looking at Brad Pitt, and he's looking at what's going on. All I gotta say is, you need a Brad Pitt.
Listen,
in the doomsday.
I am officially taking
doomsday times
applications, okay?
Because Brad Pitt's character was really eyeing the way that
he was being observant.
Yeah, these people or the way that the interactions with these individuals, they were biting people and turning, and then he's counting. Did he do a count in his head, or there was something that was playing?
It was while there was running, it was a teddy bear that fell on the floor, and he grabbed the teddy bear, and the teddy bear is like, "Okay, we're gonna start counting."
Yes,
and then it was counting, and while the teddy bear was counting in the background, he was looking. He saw somebody get bit,
right,
and it was counting on how many seconds that person turned.
Yeah, and so we see that, and I just have such an appreciation for his character, because immediately that protector just kind of kicked in.
And his job.
Right.
Or the job he used to do.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, bam, it was a switch that went off. Like, yo, we've got to move, and we got to do it now. I mean, it's just a different outlook on it because of what now, why did it have to take us to go through a pandemic for me to look at Brad Pitt's character? Don't ask me. I have no fucking clue.
Well, you have different goggles. You have different glasses now that it came out in 2013 versus now.
But
and who you are right now.
True.
And going back and rewatching it, it's like, oh, these nuggets that we missed.
But you know what? You'll still have people in 2022 saying that'll never happen. Just like we never knew that in 2020 we would be on lockdown. Right. So wake up, y'all sleepers.
Like,
I understand if I don't know, it's great. Out of sight, out of mind. It's
you guys. Continue. It's you guys. I'm the translator.
Y'all finna be the one that's gonna be lost in the sauce.
Okay.
All right. Don't just be like, this is just a movie. Sure.
Yeah. Sometimes movies, you know how they say life imitates art, or art imitates whatever the fuck. I'm drinking, y'all. Okay, I apologize if I don't have the correct vernacular. But life imitates art. The movies that comes out, they telling us something. These are the nuggets that we need to pick up and understand.
We do need to pick up. Yes, these are the Easter eggs. Y'all like to find fucking Easter eggs in Stephen King movies. These are the Easter eggs. And you can call us fanatics, whatever, conspiracy theorists.
Who gives a fuck?
I don't give a damn.
I tell you this though,
I'm gonna be the one to be like, I motherfucker told you so,
and we survived.
And we survived, and yes,
shit.
Okay. En tout cas.
So Brad Pitt's character Jerry he went into go mode.
Yes.
When everything is happening.
Yeah.
So while he was just staring and looking to see how long it took for the zombies to be zombies, he understood, like, okay, that something is happening.
They're being bit.
I need to get my family safe.
Yeah.
So at this point in the movie, I was thinking like, damn, because I haven't seen this movie since 20. Well, I want to say I saw it a couple of years back.
I haven't seen it since 2013.
Yeah. So just knowing, like, okay, so what the fuck was he, and what is a UN investigator anyway? So a unit, I had to look this shit up because I was like, I don't know what the fuck a UN investigator does. So apparently, the UN investigator is the one who goes to the different countries to find out they're like
the reasoning why
warfare happens, the
Okay.
reasoning why
try to find like
criminal.
the
trying to
origin
find
of stuff, right?
Right. He's trying to find the person who's behind what's happening in the hot sauce.
Right,
Okay?
right.
And so I was like, oh, so that would be the reason why. That's my bad. Who's at my door?
You're an idiot.
Okay, so he finds out like why shit happens in these third world countries or these war zones, okay, or these criminal war places. And so that kicked in and automatic. I was like, okay, so this is what he does. So it makes sense that he's taking the precautions and he's looking and he's gathering information in his head. You know what I'm saying? So he could put two and two together. So when he do reconvene with the military, he could let them know like, okay, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
And so he was able to
connect to
his constituents,
the people that he used to work with. Yeah.
I think he was retired.
Yeah, he was retired.
He was retired, so he was able to get out of that fucking mess. And
was it the UN president or was it the president or secretary was like, I need you.
Right.
We need you to come back into the field, you know?
And so he was like, let me call you back. 'Cause you know what I'm saying? He probably didn't have a family like that back then.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, I'm with my family now. It's like, nigga, no. Because all the turmoil, I'm lucky to be alive and come back to them and able to make pancakes in the morning.
And so basically, after talking to the UN secretary, he tells them like, okay, this is where we're trying to get to a location, and the UN secretary is like, okay, we're gonna try to rescue you. So
right.
obviously,
he's asking him where they're at with everything, and try to keep your family safe until we get to you.
So they end up trying to. One of the daughters, I believe, has asthma. They end up going to like a grocery store where they get medication for the daughter. And this is where I was telling D, like, not only do you have to worry about what's actually happening with these zombies, you have to worry about the people, like
the beautiful people,
the people. We don't own the rights to that song. The people who are not infected. So that's like double stress. And my thing is like, why is it so now? We're more afraid of the it's almost like what's that show? The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Not the walkers that you got to be afraid of now. You got to be afraid of the fucking people. And it's like, y'all, why do we get to this point where when shit hits the fan, everybody is just
scrambling for their eggs.
But yeah, it's just
but you know what?
It's insane.
It's
the survival of the fittest.
It's not their fault though, because it's human nature.
It's human nature. I get it.
It's a fight or flight,
and I get it.
Their flight is activation. Holy activation. What was it? Holy Spirit activate. Holy.
She pissed me off with that shit. Anyway,
that the fight or flight activates, and I don't know, the serotonin in their brain secretes to make them react this way, but unfortunately, this is how humans act, and this is why the government don't tell us certain things, because this is what's going to happen.
So it's like, come on now. So I'm like, telling D like, this is hello. Yeah, we already fighting whatever the fuck it is, and now you got motherfuckers trying to also kill you. Like y'all make me sick. But anyway.
Listen, they were able to find, they were able to pick them up. Of course, they had to stop by
what is it?
Apartment complex, and they went through that whole debacle, but they were able to get out and get rescued. And so the secretary of
the UN
is it secretary of the UN or the states?
No, I thought he said
he said the president was dead, so he had to be the secretary of the United States.
But I could have sworn when because we had to put the subtitles on some of the stuff because we couldn't hear. But
I had to put my reader.
I could have sworn he's like, I am when Jerry got to the
Nova Scotia.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm the secretary of the UN or whatever. And that's what I read.
Okay.
So
but of course the secretary of the UN knows Jerry and knew what his specialty was, and he was telling Jerry like, listen, bruh,
you need to figure this shit out, man.
I need you because, everybody lost somebody. They originally asked him to come back, and Jerry was like, no, nigga, no.
Jerry done said no 50,000 times.
He did. He said
he really
no.
did.
But you know what? The commander of the military people like, listen, I know people who want them bunk beds that your family's sleeping on, my boy.
AKA, if you don't get your ass out and figure out what the fuck going on, your family gonna be out of here.
Right.
Like yesteryear.
Yeah.
So
that changes too for Brad Pitt.
He was like, all right, so let me go talk to the
Jerry was like, I'll be right back. So he had to... But that shit changed real quick. Like, okay, I'll be right back.
So when he went to go tell the wife, I gotta go. She's like, no, you've already done this job.
Right.
They're going to
kick us off the
ship. Okay, honey.
Okay, baby. You need to do what you need to do.
Well, all right.
Yes. I do want to say kudos to the wife though, because
for agreeing
so quickly. Number one, and number two, the way that when they were escaping and when they were in the city and they were able to escape, and she kept her head on.
She did. She
kept her head on. I wanted to know, like, yo, what was the wife's profession though?
Okay,
because she was head fast.
She was not playing. And my thing is, like, when you have a husband that is like, listen, that is like that, I feel like you.
But he said, "Bitch, it's time to go." Don't ask no questions.
Don't be like,
why
certain black women.
Oh,
don't ask questions to be like, what you mean? Where we gotta go? What you talking about?
Hold on now.
Who's that?
Hold on now. Not only black women do that. They do that.
No, only black women do that. But because I'm black, I can only talk about black women. Like, what you mean we gotta go? What you mean that's over there? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? No. We will not survive if we keep asking, what's that? What's that? Why? We ain't finna make it, y'all.
Right. So kudos to her. Kudos to her for being like, all right, yes, go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
We'll be here. We're on this ship. They had to be in the middle of the Atlantic, somewhere in Bermuda.
Okay.
Just chilling on the ship. So she was like, listen, do what you gotta do. Because the kids need stability, okay?
Yeah.
And so he went and, he went out with the troops. So he went along with a scientist who was trying to figure out where this originated. Like,
yeah.
So his take, the scientist's take was like, yo, we got an email from Wuhan, China. No, that's not true. But it was... Guys, listen. Okay,
hello, goodbye.
First of all, I'm on libations, okay? So don't fucking get on me with that bullshit. All right?
Don't get on anything we have to say.
So they got a transmission from Korea, and their last transmission in the email was like, it's zombies, okay? And so
was it Korea? I thought it was Jerusalem.
No. It was Korea first.
Okay.
Origination is in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
So, but the original email that they got was saying that, zombies and stuff like that. So Brad Pitt's job was to take this scientist and find information on the origin. Because, of course, when you find the origin, sub-patient 0, you'll find out, the backstory of the virus or whatever that's fucking happening.
Yeah.
So, of course, Brad goes on with, the trip to Korea.
Yeah.
And when he gets there, of course, he's prepping the guy. The scientist is like, hey, listen, the SEAL team, whatever they say, we got to do.
Yeah.
And if they tell you to duck, you need to duck. If they tell you to jump, you need to tell them how high, motherfucker. How high you want me to fucking jump?
Right. And then in South Korea, we find that they are very sensitive to noise.
Oh,
is that what we find out?
The zombies.
Yeah, we find out that they're sensitive to.
Yeah, so throughout the whole movie, we're picking up nuggets on like how these zombies are moving and stuff like that. So of course, when they get to South Korea, we're able to find out from the people that's already there, which is another military group, that hey, noise makes them very upset.
Yeah,
and so we have to move in silence. So when they were coming
like lasagna,
like the G in lasagna, correct. So of course they get off the plane, and the scientist never been on the field, so of course he's gonna panic. The nigga just slipped and he shot himself. Oh my God.
Now mind you, this is what Brad Pitt told him, because obviously Brad is seasoned, so he tells the scientist, get
what
your
type
hand.
Of seasoning you think he a Creole
seasoning?
Or is he a basil?
He's a Tony Saskatchewan. I don't know the name of that fucking Creole seasoning. But he tells the scientist, get your finger off the trigger.
Wait,
for that off the trigger for that main reason. And look what had happened.
He didn't much step off the plane, y'all. He didn't much step off the plane, and he got himself shot. And Brad was like, God damn it, he was the only person.
Yeah. And mind you, and then so the leader, I guess the commander or lieutenant or whomever of that soldiers was like this. He was only 23. Can you tell me how the hell we lost him? And then Brad's like, he slipped and
shot himself. Like, shit happens. We need to move.
Oh my God.
We need to move on.
Next, we got to move on.
So he was like, at this the research facility,
wherever
he was asking the soldiers like, okay, so tell me what happened. What they won? What they won? And so the soldier was like, all right, bet. They had this nigga tied up to a bed. And everybody wasn't sure where he came from. All they know that he was upset and he was foaming at the mouth, so they had to chain him to the bed. And of course, the doctors went to investigate to see what was the issue. And they were saying that they found this person in black goo, okay? Like, in black goo?
I think he was like foaming at the mouth. Yeah, and it was black tar or something.
He was in like an area with black tar, so they pick him up, they tied him up, and the doctor went to see how he was doing at the research facility that they were at, and then of course the patient woke up and bit him, and then that's when shit hit the fan. So now they were killing everybody in that facility, and this is what the commander was telling Jerry at the time, like, this is what's happening. So Jerry was like, okay, so where's the files that he was working on? They're like, oh, it's right there, and you could just see it's ashes. And then
they tell him the backstory of what occurred with the doctor, and pretty much how everything went to
happened
shit.
in the area that they're in. And then the commander was like, oh yeah, this guy was in the middle of everything, and the zombies, everybody turned zombies except for this guy. So Brad Pitt was thinking like, damn, okay.
Why did they do that?
Right, because I did see somebody when he was in Philadelphia, I did see somebody stay still, and the zombies was running past them. So, but he ain't put two and two together.
Right.
And now he found another guy who was a soldier, and everybody was turning zombies except for him, and the zombies ignore him. So he was asking the guy like, "How long you had that pain?" He's like, "Oh, I had it forever." So clearly, the guy had some
illness,
some immune deficiency that was wrong with him that the zombies didn't want, or the parasites didn't want to attach to. And so all this time, Jerry is just taking all these notes.
Yeah, and putting stuff together in his brain and trying to figure out like, okay, let me put this in the back of my head. Let me remember this. And then we also meet a prisoner who was working with the CIA.
Who was selling guns to
the Russian?
No, he was selling guns to people in Jerusalem. I guess the Iraqis.
I don't remember.
I could be wrong, but he was selling guns to third world countries, and he worked for the CIA.
Yeah, and so they were telling Jerry like, don't worry about him, but Jerry's asking him questions like, okay, so
you work for the CIA?
Yeah, just kind of ask him questions. And so the guy is just like giving him information, and we notice that the guy's like pulling his teeth out, and he's saying like it will be hard to transmit. Basically, obviously when you get bit is when you are infected. So if you have no teeth, you can't infect nobody.
Right.
But then the guy gives him a name in Jerusalem, and that is how,
because Jerry was asking like, what do you know, like what's going on? He was like, you really want to know what's going on?
He tells him about the walls and shit, right?
So because he was saying in Jerusalem that they were building these walls for centuries, and then all of a sudden they were able to complete it a couple of days before the pandemic happened. And he was like, if that's not a coincidence, I don't know what it is, but you need to go see my boy.
Such and such and such. I can't think of his name right now.
I think his name is Ware. Damn, you need to see him and go to Jerusalem, and you'll get your answers. So Jerry was like, all right,
we go to Jerusalem
1,000. So he was like, all right, and so the head commander was like, yo, before we go to Jerusalem, your plane needs some gas, mama. Your plane needs some gas.
So here go these bikes.
Here go these bikes. You need to move in silence, like the lasagna, like the gin lasagna. So they went on these here bikes and they took the soldiers, and the soldier was like, listen, the commander was like, listen, I want to see bodies to the floor. I want to see them Z's to the floor. You know what I'm saying? We need to move in silence. So they pedaling in the rain, like skeet, 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 the skeet in the rain. And then of course, you know, you got a nigga want to get caught up in the goddamn fence and then woke up the motherfucking zombies.
No, what woke him up was the wife. Because Brad had Jerry had a satellite phone, so the wife was calling. You know, we got amazing timing because we're just amazing,
right? Because the last time Jerry called her, it had disconnected. And she's like, "Bitch, did it just disconnect?
Let me call him again.
I need to call him back." So while Jerry was pedaling to the metal in the rain, trying to be solid, trying to be like a lasagna, solid G in the lasagna.
Wifey called and bitch. All of them woke up, so clearly we could tell like the noise is what
triggers the zombies,
and it wakes them up.
So now they fighting for their life. All right, so now they pedaling in the rain. The commander's like, "Y'all, I want to see the Z's to the floor. I want to see the Z's to the floor."
The Z's to the floor got his ass.
So in the middle of all that, they trying to fuel up the plane. The commander get bit. He like, "God damn, I'm about to be a Z." He like, "Yeah, nigga, you about to be a Z for reals." So the commander, so his battalion was like, "Yo, what you want us to do?
Give us the word." He like, "Nah, I'm finna do this myself."
He's like,
"I take myself out.
I'm taking myself out before I become a Z, my nigga." So he took the short way out of life.
You dumb.
He shot himself. Jerry was able to get on the plane.
Yeah.
And he was
with nobody.
Nobody survived that shit.
He said he was the co-pilot, him and the pilot.
So they were able to go to Jerusalem.
Yes.
So what happened to the point where they went to Jerusalem again? Because I'm fucked up right now.
They were able to get to Jerusalem. They landed, and Jerry ended up finding the Wah guy. We can't think of the guys. I can't think of the guy's name.
It starts with a J.
They end up finding the guy, so the guy is talking to him and explaining to him
the history. Because Jerry was like, "Okay, so what the fuck is happening in the hot sauce?" And he was like, "Oh, I can tell you. We got the email from Russia, right? Was it from Russia?
I don't know.
It was an email that he got that saying that there were zombies. They were zombies, and then they were taking precautions. And Brad was like, "Okay, so where do you think it originated?" And the guy was like, "We don't know. You don't know,
so they don't know where the fuck happened, how it came to be."
Right. And so the only reason why they completed it is because of the email that they received. So they were like, "Okay, we got to get this shit fixed."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was a story where it was like 10 other people. If 9 other people agree on a certain thing, it depends on the last person to debate what the 9 people said.
Okay.
And so he was the 10th, the rah guy was the 10th person who had to say, like, "Okay, whatever you guys, the 9 people that y'all agree upon, there's something else is happening."
Okay.
And so that was the reason why he told the people to build the fucking wall. Because the other 9 people was like, don't worry about this story. But the 10th was like, I think we need to worry about the story because they specifically said zombies.
Yeah.
So they're not fucking playing around.
Right.
So he told the people to make the
wall.
The wall.
And so we see it looks like it's like in the a main area where there's a bunch of people. They're all
like a courtyard.
They're praying, they're singing, and there's like speakers everywhere.
Yeah.
And outside of the wall, we see the zombies. And so Brad is talking to the guy, and the people are singing, and then we're like, us as the viewers notice that the zombies they're moving towards the wall, and now they're climbing because the
this
noise.
Is the infamous scene from World War Z.
The noise is what's driving them to come to the wall, and so now y'all they're stepping on each other. I hate that. It's like ants on top of ants. That whole like mesh, and so they're on top of one another, getting to the top, and they get over, and then bam, it's a shitstorm, y'all.
Yeah, so Jerry sees this happening while everything, because again, his profession Jerry noticed everything that's happening around him. So he's seeing people running. He knows that, there's something going on. So he realized, like, the people is too loud.
It's too loud.
By the time he said it's too loud,
man,
the zombies were able to get over the wall, and it was up Shit's Creek from here.
Yeah. I mean, it was back and forth.
It was chaos.
And so while Jerry's running for his life, Jerry sees
throughout the whole man.
Throughout the whole man.
Throughout the whole man.
Throughout the whole man.
Not half the man.
The whole man. While Jerry's running for his life, Jerry turns back and sees an old man in the middle of everything. Mm-hmm. The zombies are bypassing him. So bam, that's another
right. And then
thingy.
And then he saw in another scene, he see a boy, a skinny, frail boy.
Bald
head. He looked like he maybe could have cancer or something terminally ill disease. And he saw that the zombies were going around him. So he put two and two together.
Can I just tell y'all, the scene that got me was when... So, obviously, we need to get Jerry to safety. So, there's soldiers around him. Mm-hmm. There was a female soldier who got bit. Y'all, Jerry acted so quick.
Yeah, she got bit in the hand.
Like in her arm. He done chopped half her arm off.
What, the hand? Because she got bit in the hand.
Oh, okay. It was the hand? Okay.
Yeah, she got bit in the hand.
He chopped her hand off, y'all. And it was
fast.
like counting. 1,000, 2 1,000. And as he's counting,
she's screaming.
Bandaging that shit, and I'm like,
she's screaming.
I'm like, yo, put that motherfucker on Jerry, mes amis.
Where am I gonna find a Jerry translation?
I sort of kind of have that in a sense, but watching it, I'm like, yo,
I would have never thought to do that so quickly,
so quick.
But then I realized it's a movie, and they're like, oh, okay,
right. So Jerry ends up saving this soldier's life, and they end up leaving Jerusalem. So now they're in
thank the Lord.
Because
the original plane that Jerry was on, the nigga left.
Yes. And so now they end up getting on this flight that was obviously supposed to land in Jerusalem. Now they have to fly somewhere else.
You mean that land somewhere else?
No, I thought it said that we were, because they were asking he was asking the flight attendant, like, where are we going? She's like, I don't know. We were supposed to land here.
Oh. Okay.
So they had to figure out where to go. Yeah. And so Jerry got on the phone, was able to contact, his UN secretary friend, and was like, yo, I need a research facility, a WHO, WHO, like, give me something.
Right, because he's like, listen, my phone is about to die. You need to tell me something quick.
Tell me something quick. Yeah. And so he ended up giving the phone to the pilot. They were able to get communication and find out where to go. And y'all, they're on this plane. Yo, Quiero Taco Bell dog is what gave it away. The Yo Quiero Taco Bell dog was barking, and I'm like, bitch, there's an infected person on this damn.
All you can hear is something thumping.
Can you imagine?
The laboratory.
Can you imagine being how many thousand feet up in the air with this goddamn virus?
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
So of course I was like, oh, you motherfucker. Of course it's gonna be a goddamn Z in a goddamn plane. I'll take the snakes over the plane. Okay, Samuel Jackson, I'll take the snakes over the plane. But I don't want them damn Z's on the plane.
That's how they move. It's like, oh man.
So the stewardess went to the door and she opened the door, and then it was an infected person became a zombie, and then I think it happened in first class.
It was in first class.
So Jerry was sleeping.
Yo, his ears.
And you know how when you sleep and you think you heard a bump and then it woke you up. It's like, yo, did I hear a bump?
Yes, I did.
And then that's when Jerry went to investigate.
Jerry
investigator in him.
Jerry wasn't like some people that's like, did I hear it? No, I didn't. Like, no, get up. Get up.
Yo, Jerry went to go investigate, and he realized that, oh, bitch, the zombies on board, and they're eating everybody in first class. So, case of boy, don't get first class. Don't get first class now. Okay?
Y'all be the first to go first class. First, number one.
First to go in first class. Oh my God.
You think he's safe, but you not. You are chopped liver, honey. exciting. And so Jerry's like putting the luggages to the first class.
And he's like telling people like, just be quiet.
Be quiet.
Don't make no fucking
Man,
noise, okay?
Fuck that shit.
Oh my God, of course, you know somebody gonna have to make noise, right? Because it won't be a movie without a dumbass nigga making noise. So of course, a guy was stacking up the suitcases, and the suitcase fell, and then the damn zombie turned around like, oh my God. Yo.
No, by this time, both of my hands are on the sides of my head. Because I'm like,
gosh.
oh my God, this is anxiety. I have anxiety here.
I forgot how good this. I forget how good this movie was.
Yeah, it really was really good. Yeah, it really was really good. It really, really was.
Listen, so of course, the brigade of luggages that they put on the door, it didn't work. Okay, so of course, all the zombies were. And then Jerry had said the person that he cut his hands, the female soldier. Mm-hmm. He saw that she had a grenade, and he was looking everywhere. He was
trying to see should I do this? Should I not?
Right. And Jerry was like, "Yo, fuck this shit." Man, he threw the grenade and lit that. That shit went poof. And sucked everybody out. So he was trying to get the soldier, the woman soldier, into her seat and buckle up. And then,
because they was about to crash, and so they ended up crashing. And obviously Jerry got hurt, and so the soldier ended up helping Jerry, and they weren't too far away. They were in Wales. They didn't make it to Wales, and they had to walk a little bit to the WHO
Institute, whatever, which is a CDC for international.
Wales. Oh yeah,
for the international.
Yes. And so Jerry gets there, and he passes out. He wakes up, and he's been told it's been 3 days. And basically, they're like, "What you want? What you want?
Who are you?
Why are you here? Because no one really knows about this place,
right?"
And so Jerry's like, "Look,
call this person. They know who I am.
You'll know, and then we can get this ball rolling." And so after Jerry, after he comes to, gets up, they all discuss like, okay, what's really going on here? And Jerry tells them like, look,
his theory
on what he noticed throughout his whole debacle.
Yeah.
And so of course the scientists are like nigga, what?
Right.
You wanna do what? What if it doesn't work? Like at this point, we don't have no time to figure. We need to just do this shit.
Because what's Jerry's theory?
Jerry's theory is these zombies obviously only infect. They have to infect a live host, that's a healthy host. Mm-hmm. So the scientist was like, well, we can't infect. And then the scientists had, obviously there was people infected in this facility. Mm-hmm. So the scientists were like, well, we can't infect, these zombies obviously already dead. So Jerry is the one that's like, we need to.
It's not the zombies you have to worry about. We have to be the ones who have to inject the virus. Because Jerry's thought process was, if the host is sick, the zombies won't be able to want to bite them because the parasite or whatever the bacteria needs a healthy host,
right?
And so the scientist was like, it's possible that it can happen.
How right? They're like, of course, they're like, well, what if it doesn't work? And blah blah blah. Right. And Jerry's like, man,
as there should, because that's what scientists do. They have to poke holes into the theory.
And so they tell Jerry like, well, this is Wing B, and Wing B obviously has infected workers there, mm-hmm. and in Vault 139 is where you'll find all of the shit, mm-hmm. your scarlet fever, your H1N1,
all the diseases.
Yes, and so they devise a plan to get through, to get to Wing B. So it sort of kind of didn't work out. The other people that was with Jerry had to go back to the main area where the people were, but Jerry had to move forward. He got into Vault 139 and just started injecting.
Yeah, because what happened was Jerry's job was to go into the vault and get all the diseases and stuff so they could be able to go back and test.
Yeah.
But because Jerry was there and he took everything, it was a zombie that was outside. So Jerry's like, I can't escape.
to leave. So I have to inject myself. So Jerry's looking at the camera, the surveillance camera that they have.
Yeah.
And he's looking at the camera and he wrote a note. He's like, yo, tell my family that I love them. So clearly he's about to be the test person because he doesn't have no choice. It's either the virus, whatever virus that he injects him, kill him, or it's a zombie.
Right.
So he injected himself. He waited for a couple minutes and then he was able to open the door and the zombie, of course, didn't realize he was there. And he was able to, whatever disease that he was able to inject himself, he was able to be camouflaged amongst the zombies. So he was able to go back.
And tested that theory, and he walked through the whole fucking
and so his theory was correct.
And y'all, my thing is like, first of all, this movie came out June 21st, 2013, in the summer. We are in the summer, and I feel like it's a perfect timing to talk about this. And all I could think about is, what if this shit really happened, and how would it go down? Do you have
Jerry?
Do you have a Jerry? Do you have a backup? Do you have a backup plan as to what the fuck you're gonna do?
Because I'm taking applications. I am taking applications. Whoever have any skills of being a UN investigator, who's able to think quick
on their
feet during war crimes, please fill this application out and send it to me because I low key feel like we're heading to that.
We are heading there, and
do zombies exist? Yes, in Haiti.
I cannot with you, but y'all, my thing is like I have to entertain this thought because if you're still sitting there like, nah, we said
this will never happen.
We said nah, we would never have what we went through in 2020 when everything hit the fan. No one knew it was coming. Yeah. I mean, except for astrologers. But anyway, no one kind of knew what was coming. So this movie my eyes were already open. But after watching this, I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. In my mind, I'm like, okay, where's, I already got the book bags and we got shit already kind of going because you don't know what the fuck is going to happen. So you can sit up here and watch your WAP videos and twerk. Because the twerk is not gonna save you when shit is coming for you.
Not at all.
What you gonna do? You're gonna shake the right, left, left. That's not going right. That is not going to save your ass.
Listen. So
oh my God.
Okay. W digress.
Okay, digress. I digress. Yes.
Jerry was able to reconnect with his family once he was able to find the virus or whatever strand that he took. Yeah. The WHO Institute was able to recreate that vaccine and submit it to the soldiers, and they were able to
walk amongst and kill
the
them.
Zombies, and hopefully find a way. Hopefully find the vaccine towards the situation that happened. Yeah. So I mean that's pretty much the end. Y'all. That's the end. So like W said, there is a part 2. Yeah. We's gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it because did Brad Pitt did he?
I doubt Brad Pitt is in part 2.
I don't think so, but we're gonna look at it.
We're gonna look at it anyway.
But yeah, so it's crazy just looking back at it. It's like whoa, because we're going through it right now. Yeah. Well, I mean, not the zombie part, but just the fact that the virus. Yeah. It just happened so fast. 1 minute and there's a virus.
People were
next
dying.
Minute, people were dying. The next minute we had to barricade ourselves. The next minute it was shut down. Yeah. So it's crazy. This movie is right along the lines of Contagion.
It really is.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was a very entertaining movie.
It was.
I forgot how well put together it was.
It definitely was well put together. And
I mean, what was your thoughts? What y'all think?
Yeah.
Shit. Let a nigga know.
Let us know what y'all think.
No.
Do y'all know that? Do y'all think that like, nah, that shit will never happen over here? Or are your thoughts like, you know what? Just maybe, because we have no fucking idea. Like, what y'all think?
W. All I'm saying is the CDC is in Atlanta. And bitch, we in Atlanta.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, listen, guys. Hit us up on our email at 2drunksisters@gmail.com. The number 2drunk, DRUNK sisters@gmail.com. Also, follow us on all of our social media.
Yes, y'all. YouTube, Facebook.
Sistas. And if you have an iPhone, all we ask is to go on the Apple and just rate us. Let us know. Show us some love, my boy.
We got haters out there. We got haters in the building. Please.
We're not gonna address the haters.
Yeah, please show us some love.
We ain't trying to give the energy to the haters.
We not, but we need y'all to bump them to the right. Okay? To the right.
Not the left.
Not that, but
because Beyonce and them is on the left. We don't want them over there.
Bump
we want
them to the right. Okay?
So we hope that you enjoyed this podcast, and we hope that everything is going well with you.
Yes, y'all. Be easy.
Peace.